Relax and let this gentle tale bring warmth to your evening. A fellow cook under the moonlight. This story is about Ma, a boy, and Clover, a bear, who embark on a magical journey under the moonlight and meet the moon spirit, Luna, who grants them a wish. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled among rolling hills, there lived a young boy named Ma, and his best friend, a gentle bear called Clover. Ma and Clover shared an unbreakable bond, forged by countless adventures and endless wonder. One night, as a silver moon cast its luminous glow across the village, the two friends set out on an enchanting journey. The air was filled with the fragrance of blooming night jasmine, and the stars sparkled with a knowing gleam. Ma and Clover walked hand in glove toward the ancient forest, a place shrouded in mystery and magic. Each step was accompanied by the soft crunch of leaves beneath their feet, a soothing rhythm that echoed the calm of their hearts. As they approached the clearing, a lake emerged, its surface shimmering like a blanket of stars. "Hello, Clover," Buck whispered. "Bee, isn't it beautiful?" The ex-Clover nodded, his warm eyes reflecting the moon's glow. They sat by the water's edge, mesmerized by the moonlit spectacle. Suddenly, the lake's surface began to ripple, and a soft, melodic voice floated on the breeze. "What rides there?" Amma called out. From the center of the lake, a figure emerged, graceful and ethereal. It was Luna, the moon spirit, her presence both serene and awe-inspiring. "I have been watching you, Ma and Clover," she said, with a gentle smile. "Your friendship is pure and true, a beacon of light in the night." Ma and Clover exchanged glances, their hearts swelling with pride. "But I grant you a wish," Luna continued. "A wish to carry the magic of this night in your hearts forever." The friends closed their eyes, holding hands, and made their wish. When they opened their eyes, Luna had vanished, but the warmth of her blessing lingered. The lake's surface was calm once more, mirroring the tranquility they felt within. The Ma and Clover made their way back to the village under the protective glow of the moon, their hearts forever changed by the encounter. Years went by, and the memory of that magical night never faded. Ma and Clover grew up, but they never forgot the wish they made by the moonlit lake. It became a guiding light in their lives, reminding them of the power of friendship and the magic of believing. And every night, as the moon rose high above the hills, they would look up and remember the night they met Luna, forever thankful for the moonlight that brought their hearts together. Here a wholesome neat tale to carry you further into peace. Angelonia and Tiela, the Sanctuary. This story is about Angelonia and Tiela, who journey to save a distant sanctuary, ultimately finding solace in their friendship. The village of Springleaf had always been a sanctuary for all creatures who sought peace. Large oak trees whispered secrets to the wind, and the meadows were always in bloom. At the heart of this village lived a gentle girl named Angelonia. Angelonia had a gift of understanding the language of all living beings. One long summer evening, while collecting wildflowers, she stumbled upon a tiny, shimmering snail named Tiao. Chilla's shell reflected all the colors of the sunset, and her eyes held a wisdom far beyond her years. Angelonia could sense Chilla was tired and needed a safe place. "You can stay with me," offered Angelonia warmly. From that day on, Angelonia and Chilla became inseparable companions. Their bond was unique, with Angelonia providing shelter and Chilla sharing tales of far-off lands. She always spoke of enchanted forests, crystal lakes, and mountains that touched the heavens. Every night, under the starlit sky, Angelonia would listen intently as Chilla spun her tales. The sanctuary of Springleaf felt even more magical with Chilla's stories. Days turned to weeks, and the seasons began to change. As the days grew shorter, Angelonia noticed Allah becoming quieter and more reflective. "What's troubling you, dear friend?" Angeloni asked one autumn evening. Via a sigh, her tiny body shimmering under the evening sun. "I come from a distant sanctuary much like this one," she began. "But it is in peril, and I fear for its safety." Angelonia's heart ached for her friend. "We must help," she declared. Guided by jealous memories, the two set out on a journey to the distant sanctuary. They traveled through whispering forests and over babbling brooks, always filled with hope. After days of traveling, they finally reached the sanctuary. It was indeed in peril, with dark clouds looming and the air heavy with sorrow. Yet Angelonia, with her nurturing spirit and Teo's wisdom, brought a new sense of hope to the creatures there. Together, they worked tirelessly to restore light and joy. Angelonia sang songs to soothe the hearts of the troubled, and Teo's stories rekindled the spirits of the weary. Slowly but surely, the sanctuary began to heal. As winter turned to spring, the sanctuary blossomed once again. The creatures who had fled returned, and laughter filled the air. Angelonia and Teo knew they had to return to Springly, but they left behind a piece of their hearts with their new friends. The journey back was filled with the sweet scent of flowers and the shimmering of sun-kissed leaves. They felt content, knowing they had made a difference. When they arrived back at Springleaf, they were greeted with open arms. The sanctuary they had left behind was now thriving, and Springleaf felt even more like home. Angeloni and Tao resumed their lives, cherishing every moment of their adventures and looking forward to new ones. Under the same starry sky where their friendship began, they knew that no matter where they were, they would always find sanctuary in each other. Let's wander further into tonight's stories. Petunia and Angelonia, A Tale of Radiance. This story is about Petunia, a girl who finds a radiant friend in Angelonia, a raccoon, and discovers the true meaning in radiance and friendship as they brave a storm together. In a tranquil village surrounded by glistening rivers and lush green hills, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Petunia. Petunia had an unwavering love for nature, always seen tending to her radiant garden filled with flowers of every hue. One evening, while watering her blooming daisies, she noticed a small raccoon watching her from the edge of the forest. The raccoon's fur shimmered in the twilight, almost radiating a soft, ethereal light. Curiosity piqued, Petunia approached the raccoon slowly, her gentle footsteps almost inaudible on the soft earth. "Hello there," she whispered, reaching out her hand. The raccoon sniffed her fingertips before nuzzling against her palm. "I'll call you Angelonia," Petunia decided, naming it after her favorite flower. Angelonia felt a surge of affection, her soulful eyes conveying a silent bond. From that day on, Petunia and Angelonia became inseparable friends. They explored the vibrant meadows, climbed ancient oaks, and shared whispered secrets under the silvery glow of the moon. Petunia always marveled at how Angelonia seemed to glow in the dark, a radiant presence that soothed her heart. One evening, a terrible storm rolled into the village, lashing out with fierce winds and heavy rains. Petunia's cottage was engulfed in darkness as the power lines snapped, plunging the whole village into a blackout. Fearful and alone, Petunia hugged Angelonia tightly. In that moment of darkness, Angelonia's fur began to glow brighter, filling the room with a warm, comforting light. Petunia watched in awe as the soft radiance drove away the shadows, illuminating her home with a gentle glow. With Angelonia by her side, Petunia found the courage to light candles and organize supplies. With their spirits lifted by Angelonia's glow, they braved the storm together. By morning the storm had passed, and the first rays of sunlight broke through the clouds, casting a golden hue over the village. Petunia stepped outside, her heart filled with gratitude. The ordeal had brought them closer, and she realized the true meaning of radiance was not just the light that dispels darkness, but the warmth and love that shines from within. Petunia gently stroked Angelonia's fur and whispered, "Thank you for being my light." The raccoon cooed softly, her eyes sparkling with affection. Together, they watched the sun rise, knowing that their bond of friendship would forever be a beacon of warmth and hope in their lives. Let's settle into another soothing story. The Healing Voyage of Buttercup and Nymphia. Each story is about a young woman named Buttercup and a whale named Nymphia, who together discover their ability to heal and bring hope and restoration to their coastal village. Once upon a time, in a quaint coastal village, there lived a kind-hearted young woman named Buttercup and an extraordinary whale named Nymphia. Buttercup loved the ocean, spending her days collecting seashells and singing to the waves. Her voice was so soothing that even the most restless of waves seemed to calm down when she sang. Nymphia, on the other hand, was a majestic whale with deep blue eyes that sparkled like the night sky. She had a unique ability to understand human emotions, and she often swam near the shore to listen to Buttercup's melodious voice. One summer evening, as the sun was setting, Buttercup noticed a group of children by the shore looking sad. She approached them, and discovered that a small boy named Timmy had injured his leg and couldn't play with his friends. Buttercup's heart went out to Timmy, and she decided to help him heal. However, she gently sang a beautiful melody that flowed with the rhythm of the waves, and to everyone's amazement, Timmy's pain began to ease. But what Buttercup didn't realize was that the song had also reached Nymphia, who was swimming nearby. Deep beneath the surface, Nymphia felt a warm sensation enveloping her. She swam to the shore and greeted Buttercup with a gentle nod. The two formed a bond, realizing that together they had the power to heal. As days passed, Buttercup and Nymphia began to work together to heal the villagers. They helped people with physical ailments and emotional wounds, spreading joy and peace throughout the village. One day, a terrible storm hit the village, causing destruction and leaving many people injured. Buttercup and Nymphia knew they had to act quickly. As Buttercup began to sing, Nymphia used her powerful tail to create waves that carried the injured villagers to safety. Together, they continued to heal the wounded and rebuild the village. For their combined efforts, Buttercup and Nymphia brought hope and restoration to their home. Their story became a legend, inspiring generations to believe in the power of love and healing. The bond between a kind-hearted woman and an extraordinary whale showed the world that even the greatest of chasms could be bridged by compassion and understanding. Sleep tight and wake up feeling refreshed.